Repeated uncivilized racism makes us appreciate BTS' resolute handling again. This time, the racism came from a Colombian radio DJ. While forgettable uncivilized racism is repeating itself, the resolute response of BTS is also being highlighted. Recently, a Colombian La Mega radio host kept making racist remarks while introducing the new song Permission to Dance released by BTS on July 9th. He claimed that BTS bought it with money to constitute achievements such as being nominated for Grammy Awards. It was an absurd remark that didn't deserve a debate. The racism towards BTS didn't stop there. He used the national anthem and the Japanese war crime flag, Rising Sun flag, to mock the Republic of Korea. As the public apology from local fans for the racist broadcast continued, DJ played the national anthem saying that he should apologize in Korean, the native language of BTS, while holding back laughter in a t-shirt with a Japanese war criminal flag and a long Dragon Ball character Son Goku's wig. It was the second racism under the guise of an apology broadcast. BTS music may not be your taste, but it is an obvious problem to make publicly hateful remarks about other races and other countries on the broadcast. This is not the first time BTS has suffered racial discrimination. The Australian public broadcaster Channel 9 news show 22.1 made racist remarks about BTS on air in June 2019. And in February this year, the host of the German radio station Bayern 3 was criticized for his racist remarks on BTS. Topps, an American card maker company, released a collection of Grammys-themed cards with its battered portrayal of BTS in March. Comedians on Chile's mega TV comedy program Mi Barrio ridiculed the BTS members and made a mockery of them. What they have in common is that, far from making a sincere apology, they have overcome their obvious mistakes with incoherent statements. BTS did not directly respond to low-quality racism, but showed their dignity by raising a meaningful voice or making donations. When George Floyd, a black man, died last year as a result of overt repression by a white male police officer, BTS boasted on the official SNS, "We stand against racial discrimination. We condemn violence. You, I, and we all have the right to be respected. We will stand together." They also donated and participated in the anti-racism campaign Black Lives Matter. BTS members donated $1 million, about 1.2 billion won, to Black Lives Matter under their group name with their agency Big Hit Music. After that, BTS fans also participated in the campaign and raised more than $1 million and became role models. In an interview with the American magazine Variety in October last year, BTS explained why they decided to donate a large amount of money. "When we're abroad or in other situations, we've also been subjected to prejudice. We feel that prejudice should not be tolerated. It really has no place. We started to discuss what we could do to help, whether it was a donation or something else. That's where the conversation began, just trying to see what we could do to try to alleviate this prejudice." I think it's very simple, really. It's about us being against racism and violence. Most people would be against these things. They express their belief. We have experienced prejudice as well ourselves. We just want to voice the fact that we feel it's the right of everyone to not be subject to racism or violence. They emphasize the importance of consideration and solidarity, saying that they oppose racism and violence even in a time when hate crimes against Asians are rampant around the world. On March the 30th, BTS stated on their official SNS, "We send our deepest condolences to those who have lost their loved ones. We feel grief and anger. We recall moments when we faced discrimination as Asians. We have endured expletives without reasons and were mocked for the way we look. We were even asked why Asians spoke in English. We cannot put into words the pain of becoming the subject of hatred and violence for such a reason. Our own experiences are inconsequential compared to the events that have occurred over the past few weeks. But these experiences were enough to make us feel powerless and chip away our self-esteem. And what is happening right now cannot be dissociated from our identity as Asians. It requires considerable time for us to discuss this carefully, and we contemplated deeply on how we should voice our message." Finally, BTS said, "But what our voice must convey is clear. We stand against racial discrimination. We condemn violence. You, I, and we all have the right to be respected. We will stand together."